as business-wise. Now, I've told Brad, because Brad and I were friends for over 20-something years. I actually helped Brad start Cheer Athletics, which he has forgotten about, but that's okay. I look forward to reminding him, in his own words, by the way. But the thing is that I helped them start the company, and then I came back to the company and helped them. And the way they rewarded me was a cheap shot, unprofessional, disrespectful, but it's just the way they treat everybody. They've done this to several people. The girl who actually hired me, they treated her like such crap. And I really should have left when she left. Regardless of that, is that I wanted to make sure that everybody knew I'm Kurt Wheeler, and you're welcome to call me at any time at 972-636-8805. I miss all of you guys. You know, it's been brought to my attention by a few parents that a couple of posts, Jim Hudson from Charlotte, North Carolina. Hi, Jim. You've never actually met me, so hopefully you're going to meet me through this post. I never sent any threatening email or post to anyone. My posts were for this. There might have been a misconstrue of what I was talking about when we were talking about how we were going to serve Cheer Athletics. See, I had actually decided to let everything go with Cheer Athletics and just chalk it up that they're great cheerleaders. They're just awful business people. They're just awful business people. To this day, they don't know how to do accounts receivable. And that's from a CPA in Austin that took over a franchise. Now, if you don't know this, Cheer Athletics is in the process of doing franchises. They're not also in the process of doing franchises. They're in the process of licensing their name like Donald Trump does. The problem with that is that the incredible thing of Cheer Athletics, in my opinion, is the atmosphere at Cheer Athletics. If you take the owners away from Cheer Athletics, like Brad Habermill, which I still love and care for, even though he's blocked me on all social media because he's a coward and he doesn't want to listen to the truth. That's okay with me. I can deal with that. Brad and I know what time it is with each other. But the thing is that when you take away what everybody's been used to for some 20-something years, you're going to send panic through to the parents. So I enthrall Cheer Athletics to actually think about the way that they're doing their franchises. And I'll give you an example. Chad Wright, which I'll be dealing with him in a legal arena. He actually sent me an email basically threatening me and accusing me of doing illegal things, which, by the way, I've never done anything to Cheer Athletics besides support Cheer Athletics. So that being said, Cheer Athletics, in fact, filed a case against me, against Kurt Wheeler, knowing my name is John. They filed it against Kurt Wheeler. They filed it against another company that doesn't exist. And their attorney, very curiously, is a bankruptcy attorney. And I'm not really sure where that comes into, but I also know that I think I've actually spoken to, because this guy goes to Cheer Athletics. He is actually a parent at Cheer Athletics. And I think that I've actually spoken to this guy about a past due bill. So the person who is suing me didn't pay his bill at Cheer Athletics as far as I'm recommending, because there was an old joke that went around, and all you kids out there, all the athletes at CA and all the business office managers, hello to you guys. I miss you so much. I know that you had nothing to do with any of this. All the parents out there that have reached out to me, thank you so much. I'm not going to mention any of your names because Cheer Athletics are that vindictive of people that who knows what they would try to do to you or your child. So I don't want to put you in that position. I just want you to know that I still think about you guys every day. I fell in love with that company, but once they started accusing me and treating me the way they did, I lost love. I just, they broke my heart, guys. And it is not easy for me to sit here and say this. And then when Jody and I had our conversation over the phone, because they weren't even professional enough to allow me to come in and have a face-to-face presentation with them about what was going on and what the problem was. They were just looking for a reason to get rid of me because I was the highest paid person at Cheer Athletics. Deservingly. In fact, I gave them a break. They should have been paid twice. I should have been making them pay twice amount. In fact, just FYI, the first year I worked at Cheer Athletics, I was originally hired to just do Plano. And when I got into when I was granted access, understand, I was granted access of an owner's ability on iClass Pro. I could do everything an owner could do, and probably more, because the owners don't even understand the program because they had nothing to do with installing the program. I did it with another woman that's no longer there, sadly, which was one of their greatest mistakes in business. However, I miss you guys. And like I said, if you want to call me, you're welcome to call me at 972-636-8805. Because when I started there, I wanted two things. One is I did not want my name anywhere near this. And two is that I wanted the phone number that I still have to be able to take it with me when I left. Because I knew that it was only a matter of time. I did. It's a sad thing, but I did know it was a matter of time. But the thing is that it's been brought to my attention that some of a post that I posted about we were going to have Cheer Athletics served at Blue Debut, but we really didn't. It didn't occur to me that the athletes did not understand what they would mean. That would how someone would take that, and it's been brought to my attention that it scared a lot of people. So let me put your minds at ease. I love all the athletes and coaches at Cheer Athletics. I even actually love the owners. I'm not going to allow them to disrespect me and take advantage of me. They are going to pay for that, but in no other way than in a court of law, period. So if anybody took anything wrong, you have my sincere apologies, because guys, you guys are champions. I've watched you at Cheer Athletics. You may not have known who I was, but I know who you were. And there was a joke that went around at Cheer Athletics that if I knew your name, that was a bad thing because that means you owed Cheer Athletics money. And I agreed with that to a certain extent. However, I actually took it as a badge of honor because I literally became such good friends with all of you, with all the parents and the athletes. And, you know, when I came aboard, I was told that I would be lied to and people would not keep their agreements with me. And a lot of times that did happen, I'll be honest. But I met some of the most incredible people working with Cheer Athletics, with the parents and the coaches. That's why it bothers me so much Cheer Athletics actually makes their coaches pay to work there. I mean, I want that job. I mean, I go to work, I pay you to work there, I win you championships that you get to put all over your social media, that you get to put all over your gym. And yes, they do get a discount. Let's be honest. I'm going to be 100% fair here. They do get discounts. However, they still end up paying money. And there was a point where when I very first started that their payroll deductions weren't even being applied to their iClass Pro accounts. So their accounts were showing past due and they weren't. And so they were getting pulled out of classes because of the system that I developed, which, by the way, Cheer Athletics is still using. You know, the terms and conditions that you fill out when you sign up, I wrote half of those. But in any case, if I in any way frightened anyone, especially young athletes that don't know any legal situations, see, the legal arena, that's my arena. I enjoy it, actually. I don't enjoy anything other than when someone thinks that they're better than somebody because they make money, and that they make decisions about other people's lives that they have no thought of how it destroys someone's life when you take away their income, or you make them feel bad because they can't practice. So everybody out there, Cheer Athletics is a good company. They're great cheerleaders. I've always said that. I'll never not say that. They're world champions. But it's just like anything else. They're great cheerleaders. They're just bad business people. And it would be great if they could just be honest. And, Brad's response to me, and I have no problem in telling you this, was that, well, we run a Fortune 500 company. And I was like, Brad, you keep telling yourself that. You don't run anything. You don't even have the emotional ability to actually deal with past due accounts. I've been told by Angela and Jody to not even talk to you about past due accounts because you emotionally break down, and they need you to be able to focus on the seasons. So, once again, this post was because I've received some comments from parents. And actually what I'm excited about too is that the parents are watching our show. They're listening to our shows, and they're actually telling their friends and family. So please tell everyone about All You Need to Know Radio, because it's all you need to know in this world every day. We're on every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be making very few comments about the Cheer Athletics case. We will let the legal case stand on its merits. I will tell you that the reason I had to respond to the case was because my people came to me and said, your name is involved in a lawsuit because I am a figure on the radio. I did have to respond to it. So Cheer Athletics is the ones who forced me to make this statement. It's not what I wanted to do at all. So, guys, remember, I miss and love all of you very, very, very much. It was my honor to try to do everything I could to take care of your accounts, because I know there were accounts that were charged outrageous late fees for years. And then they were sent to collections. And then, see, I was the collection agency too. So when I would see that, I would close those accounts out and not charge those people just those late fees. And because I just thought it was unfair. Cheer Athletics wanted every penny. Now, I will tell you, Jody Melton did say that if it's all late fees, just zero balance them. And I had a lot of respect for him for that. But at the same time, Cheer Athletics cares about how much money they can bring through the door. Now, I'm not saying they don't care about their kids, because they do. And when I started working with Cheer Athletics, was very, very blown away by the family atmosphere, until I learned it was a fraud. I learned that I'd hear things in meetings, owners talking about parents. And, Brad's comment to me about, well, of course owners are going to say bad things because they owe us money. My friend Brad Habermill, that is the worst statement you could ever make. When somebody makes a comment about you, here's some more business advice that you can get from me for free. Because Cheer Athletics hasn't paid me for half of anything what they owe me, and I'll go back to that in just a second. But whenever you have a customer that is upset about you, you don't look at whether they owe you money. I have text messages where you got into argument about a lady because you gave their daughter an empty box in front of hundreds of people when their child did nothing wrong. That is something that is appalling to me as a policy of Cheer Athletics. And I really hope that they do fix that, because it's not the kid's fault if the parent doesn't pay the bill. How about just let the kid's parent know that they have to pay the bill, or don't come up there. Don't embarrass them. I mean, now back to this one thing and then I'll cut off. And the other thing is that when I started working for Cheer Athletics, I was hired to handle handle Plano only. When I started looking, I went to my superior at the time, and I will not be, thank you for all the love, guys. I thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it so, so much.